Alright. What is up, motherfuckers? We're out here in Fontana where it's gonna be a complete monsoon Saturday and maybe Sunday. And welcome to Dalescenter. I'm Dale Tanhart. And actually, no, I'm not in fucking Fontana. Get this shit out of here. Fuck that. Fucking umbrella. It's not raining down here, baby. It's not raining down here in the heart of America. That is Mississippi, a state that has just claimed a Daytona 500 championship thanks to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. How is everybody doing tonight? It's amazing to be back here in the heart of America. It honestly feels like the first true Dalescenter of the year. I know we've had a couple. We've had a couple already. But they've all been on the road. Everything's been on the road in a random place. And now we're back here, back home. We got the Walladale behind us. We got some nice, good-looking graphics. I got a rundown list over here to, I guess, I don't know if it's your left or your right. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not sure. We're using a new software. We're using Streamlabs instead of what we were using, which was StreamYard. Cut the music off here. Gotta cut the music off. So we're gonna go through a few kinks here and there. I know you guys don't mind that at all, though. So welcome to the show. How is everybody doing tonight? We've had a lot of good betting chatter in the Garage Guys Discord. Which where's my chat at? Where's my chat? I'm trying to find my chat so I can talk to you guys. What's going on here? Where the hell is my damn chat? I gotta go back to studio mode. Nope, don't do that. Hey, if Tony, I don't know if Tony's watching, but I need some help finding my chat right here. I gotta go pull this shit up on YouTube. Where is my motherfucking chat? And be wary, my roommate is cooking something right now, so that's why you hear microwave noises right now. But right now the struggle is finding you guys. Where the hell are we? There we go. All right, I got you guys. What's up, everybody? All right, I see Greg up in here. Let's move this a little bit more. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this show would not be possible without our good friends at Hooters. Use promo code GarageGuys to save $10 on any carry-out or delivery order, $30 or more, when typing code GarageGuys when you check out, and you will save $10 on any $30 order, delivery or carry-out. Promo code GarageGuys when you type in the code on the Hooters app at checkout. We're always hooking you up. Hooters is always hooking everybody up with delicious food, service, and good times. Hooters is for racing. Garage Guys is for Hooters. We're all a big love triangle. Garage Guys, Hooters, and NASCAR. All right, let me get to the chat real quick here, guys. K. Gavin, good to see you back. Dalescenter regular back in 2022. Cameron, love me some Dalescenter. Me too, bro. Todd Johnson, the steel mill next to the track has been... Oh, okay, we're already talking about Auto Club reconstruction. We actually asked Kyle Larson about that the other day, and he actually is like totally cool with them bulldozing it and turning it into a short track. Couldn't believe that. And tune in to Garage Guys NASCAR podcast tomorrow for that interview. Harvick 2011 Auto Club, one of my favorite wins of all time. Same. Pushed Jimmy Johnson out there in turn 3, got the run on the top, and just blew him away off of turn 4. I love that win too. Ricky Stenhouse, does he replace BJ is a real question. I'll go ahead and tell you, nobody replaces BJ McLeod. Nobody replaces BJ motherfucking McLeod. All right. Best hair in the business, hardest working guy in the business. No. We are not replacing BJ McLeod. I think he's like a 20-time Sports God of the Week, and I'm sure he's going to win a lot more of those awards in 2023. There's your Hooters ad right there. Turns out I never had it going the entire time. I don't like this whole transition thing. But welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, Tin Naka, we got it, dude. We got the chat. Son of Smoke, good to see you. I appreciate you, bro. That's very kind words. There's a lot of good shows out there. We try to keep it as authentic as possible. I don't know if I've worn this tie yet. This is my classic Jeff Gordon big, bold tie. Love this one. It's a classic. Willie, thoughts on Kyle Busch winning this weekend? I'm not sure yet. I'm really not sure. Everything is a little scary right now with the idea that we're not going to get qualifying. It's going to be a green track all weekend long. Xfinity probably not going to get qualifying. There's a good chance we have 2 races on Sunday. There's a chance that this race gets called at halfway. So it's hard to say on Kyle Busch, but he's in what was the best car here last year. I think we're going to see a different race, though, than what we saw in 2022. Travis, good to see you. Ben, good to see you. Austin Dillon, Xfinity in 2016, all-time finish. Yeah, that was when when Kyle Busch blew a tire and Suarez ran out of gas. I think that's what that race was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Drake, we got to get Hooters to Central Iowa, dude. We got to help you out. Gibby, can't wait for the head-to-head picks. Let's get us another parlay. Yes, I cannot wait for that. We got the Tan Hart Triple Crown back, and the Dalescenter Community Parlay will be back. Shout out to my guy, Scott. The Broccoli Wad is what it was called last year, and it's going to be called the Broccoli Wad Parlay until somebody gives me a winner. The first person to give me a winner on the Community Parlay in 2023 will have the parlay named after them. You name it whatever you want, and it's your parlay for all of 2023. So get your Triple Crown parlays going. I know the sports books aren't giving us a lot right now. You're probably going to have to do matchups, but that's what our Tan Hart Triple Crown parlay is going to be. So can't wait to get into that. Greg, don't think we've seen the 24 tie before. Well, I think I've worn it a couple times. Maybe. Maybe not. Anyway, guys, let's get right into this thing. Hope you enjoy the new graphics. Welcome to the show. We're going to jump right in and get to some Xfinity Series lines. Starting off with the the Productive Alliance Group 300. Cole Custer won this race last year. Cole Custer's actually won 2 of the last 4 Xfinity races run at Fontana. As you see the lines flowing across the bottom of your screen. You know, it's funny. I told Chase, who's waiting patiently for his segment, which is Chase for the Cup. You see it here on right there. That's the Garage Guy Chase Cup Series segment. That is going to be new to the show in 2023. I told him 7:20. We're already behind. I'm sorry, Chase. I think Chase can see me right now and hear me waiting in his little waiting room right now. But I'll try to go through these quick. As you see the lines flowing on the bottom of the screen. Yes, I've confirmed. I see them. They are on the bottom of the screen. We got that right this time. Cole Custer back full-time, I think, is the biggest note here. This has been a playground for Cole Custer when he's been with Stewart-Haas Racing. He's back in the 00. A complete refresh, a rejuvenation call for Cole Custer back down to the Xfinity Series. You know his head's got to be cleared. Maybe not have any more confidence issues. We got to think we're going to see a pep in his step. Talking about Cole Custer, this dude was dominant in the Xfinity Series when he had his full-time runs back when they had the big 3 in the Xfinity Series, which was Cole Custer, Christopher Bell, and Chase Briscoe. They had like their own big 3 for a while, and it was really fun watching those 3 guys dominate, and Cole was right in the middle of it, contending for championships. And you got to think that he's going to be right back in that mix back once again in 2023. I've been wondering, kind of off topic with Xfinity here, I'm not sure that I'm going to talk qualifying. I'm going to let Chase talk qualifying because I'm just not there yet. I've been focusing so much on race lines. I've been focusing so much on trying to find value on Sunday and in the Xfinity race as well. It's like a 90% chance we're not going to get qualifying. There's just no way. The forecast looks so bad. This is a worn-out track. We're going to have weepers. If you're not familiar with what weepers are, just ask Dale Jr. on Twitter. He talks about them a lot. But it's just going to be a shitty weekend for weather, and I'm not excited about that. But there will be ways we can still profit and make some good money throughout the weekend. Cole Custer is the favorite at 4-1, as we talked about. All lines that you see on the bottom of your screen are going to be virtue of Barstool Sportsbook, unless stated otherwise. Once we get to the top plays, the parlays, all the lines that we're going to give our favorite bets in, I will explicitly state, and you'll see that as well. But the little scrollers that show every single to-win line are virtue of Barstool Sportsbook. Cole Custer at 4-1, Justin Allgaier 4.5-1. You got Tyler Reddick in a Toyota entry with Sam Hunt Racing, the number 24 car, at 6-1, a place that he's been really, really good at throughout his career. And like Cole Custer, this track is right in his wheelhouse. John Hunter Nemechek at 6.5-1. Then you got Josh Berry. I want to focus on this next three set, this little triangle of drivers right here. Ross Chastain, Brandon Jones, Austin Dillon. I think we're heavily overvaluing Ross Chastain this weekend. And if you're in the Garage Guys Discord, you got a great line that I posted yesterday. It is now gone forever. It's fucking waxed. And good job to the Garage fan for jumping on that when we could. We'll talk about what that line is later in the show. But I think I'm worried about Ross Chastain on all fronts because we're in a DGM additional entry, which is Mario Gosselin's team. There's probably a lot of people who have never even heard of that guy who are just now betting on NASCAR. So I'm a little worried about that extra entry. I'm sure it's going to have a few extra horses. It's going to be prepped decently. But if you see a matchup with Ross Chastain against a team, a driver, a solidified entry that you see every single week, maybe lean away from Ross Chastain. And like I said, we'll get into that later. I think Brandon Jones is a value play of the week for the Xfinity Series. If you're looking at a to-win bet, that's not one of these heavy favorites like Custer, Nemechek, Allgaier. At 12-1, we're talking about a guy who is amazing at flat earth racetracks. And this is a crazy stat right here. Brandon Jones, 2 years in a row at Fontana. We didn't race here in 2021, actually. But in 2020 and in 2022, the last two races at Auto Club, had a winning-capable race car and was wrecked by Daniel Hemrick in both races. Our guy, Daniel Hemrick. I love Colleague. I love Colleague Racing. Good friends over there. But my guy, Daniel Hemrick, has, and I think in both those races, I bet on Brandon Jones. I know I did last year. So I was really disappointed to see that. But a hilarious stat, actually. Well, more importantly, though, Brandon Jones has been very fast here. I know he was with Joe Gibbs over the past few seasons. Well, now we're in the 9 car that has been very dominant on this style of racetrack. Junior Motorsports was amazing at 1.5 and long, fast speed intermediates in 2022. I expect them to still be very strong. And that 9 car, especially, every driver that's gotten into that 9 car has been a winner. Every single one. Chase Elliott, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Noah Gragson, all have been amazing driving for Junior Motorsports in that entry. So you got to look for Brandon Jones at this number 9 car. You're going to give me one of the best cars in the series, a guy that's been in the Xfinity Series for, it feels like, 100 fucking years. He's like 24 years old, and he's been in the Xfinity Series for like 9 years. I'm not even exaggerating. Doesn't matter. Or it does matter because I like the experience factor to go with everything else I just stated. So Brandon Jones at 12-1, which is the best I've seen him on Barstool Sportsbook. For comparison, Caesar Sportsbook has him at 9-1. I think 12-1 is a good bargain. And that's the number one thing that sticks out to me on this list that's scrolling across the bottom of your screen. I've seen a lot of guys on Chandler Smith, 75-1 via Caesar Sportsbook. He's 66-1 on Barstool. And a really good car. To have him ranked below guys like Kligerman, Riley Herbst, Joe Graff, who's in a Joe Gibbs Toyota, I think is kind of crazy. But I think it is going to be a work in progress for Chandler Smith, but I don't hate that line. That line sticks out to me too because Colleague was really good at qualifying last year. If there is a chance we get qualifying in, Chandler Smith, I bet, will qualify up front, and then that 66-1 will be more like 40-1, 35-1. But not a bad line. Not a bad line there. 2 bets that I've already locked in. I'll go ahead and tell you guys the lines have moved via Caesar Sportsbook, but Kaz Grala, top 5, and Anthony Alfredo, top 5. plus 3,000, and plus 6,000. Those lines last time I checked on Caesar Sportsbook are now 25 to 1 and 45 to 1 respectively. I still think those lines are worth it. I think Daytona showed us that Anthony Alfredo's car has some good support, similarly to what he had with our motorsports last year. I think that's going to be a decent entry. And Kaz Grala is in a Joe Gibbs Racing supported Toyota. So I feel like they're going to give us Kaz every single race at 50 to 1, 30 to 1 for a top 5. And I think there's a good chance he could break through early. And once he does it once, the books are going to recognize that he's in a potentially top-notch race car. So I think Kaz Grala is a decent play if you can find him at a decent value, around 20 to 30 to 1 for a top 5. Could be worth it. Tires are very important. We saw in this race last year, Anthony Alfredo opted to save a set of tires towards the end. It worked out great for them, and then they got a top 5 finish. So that same exact thing could happen this weekend. And with all the rain, all the issues we see with the weather, going to be a green track. It's going to be freezing cold as well. There's going to be a very, very strong lack of grip this weekend on a very cold racetrack and a very cold atmosphere out in California. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Is that climate change? Is that what we call climate change? Is that fucking that up? Drake, yeah, I know Brandon Jones is worse than all these drivers listed, but it doesn't matter. Everybody that gets in that 9 car has been amazing. Everybody. So I'm willing to give it a chance if you're going to give me one of the best cars in the series at 12 to 1. But I feel you. I understand. Matthew McClellan. Brandon Jones is 26. It's crazy. He's been in the Xfinity series for 13 years, dude. Straight up. Let's move on. Let's go NASCAR Cup Series lines via Barstool Sportsbook. Once again, you'll see these flowing on the bottom of your screen. If they'll pop up. Oh, I see why. Boom. Still working out the kinks. But yes, you see these lines on the bottom of your screen. I'm going to let Garage Guy Chase talk more about qualifying, and we can get into some cup lines. But I do want to point out anything that sticks out to me. Similarly to the Xfinity lines, a guy at 12 to 1 sticks out to me. 2 guys at 12 to 1 stick out to me. And one of them is painful, but he's sitting behind me in prison right here. Nothing has changed. Not yet. I know he won the Clash, but I didn't bet on him. So I saw a lot of people on Twitter being like, you got to take him out of prison now. No. He didn't do anything for me. Like, he just kind of fucked me, actually, because I had Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch finish 2nd and 3rd. Why would I take him out of prison? He hasn't done anything. But I do like Truex this weekend. I think the Toyotas, if you've listened to any of our podcasts in January or right before the Daytona 500, even before the Clash, I've been talking high about the Toyotas. They unloaded terribly last year to open up the Gen 7 era. I think they're going to be way faster this year. And this could be a race where we don't get qualifying. We get no track time. It's going to be about who unloads the best. And you date back to late last year, Martin Truex Jr. was very good on fast intermediate tracks like Homestead, like Michigan. He was good at Vegas. He was good at Kansas. And I know Homestead, a lot of people like to compare Homestead. Similar in length. Banking is different, but tire wear is a big thing. Tire wear is very different from Auto Club to Homestead. Homestead is more towards a medium wear track. Auto Club is so beaten and bruised up, old surface. It is a very high wear racetrack. Regardless, I think there is some slight correlation, excuse me, that can carry over with the Toyotas and specifically Martin Truex Jr. So at 12 to 1, I don't hate that line. And same thing with his new Toyota teammate, not a Gibbs teammate, but a manufacturer teammate, Tyler Reddick, who's now with 23XI Racing. I think Reddick's going to be fast again. Remember, second half of last year, Bubba Wallace, really good at a lot of the mile and a halves. Honestly, I think he had the best car at Michigan, had a really good car at Vegas, won Kansas. Guys were okay at Homestead. But I think you had Ty Gibbs in the car at Homestead because Bubba was serving a suspension. And then you had Nemechek, who was running like 3rd early at the race at Homestead when he crashed. So Clearly, they jumped up their game. I think Toyota's going to be much better. We see it time and time again in the NASCAR Cup Series. Whether you realize it or not, there are things happening that are going to equal out the field. Last year, you see that Ford has a massive advantage. I know Denny Hamlin talks about on his podcast that they have a new nose and they have some aerodynamic advantages. You watch. Toyota will be way better than they were last year. And in a race where it's going to come down to who's going to unload the best, because I don't think we're going to get practice or qualifying if you look at the forecast, give me the fucking Toyotas. And these two in particular, I love Truex and I love Tyler Reddick. I know. Look, if Truex makes me money this weekend, I will consider taking him out of prison. No promises, but we'll think about it. We will fucking think about it. At most. At the best. Not promising anything. But really, that's all that sticks out to me, like, at this moment. There was some value on the board with, like, Eric Jones and Austin Dillon. If you were able to grab some lines Sunday night, Monday morning, that's all kind of moved away now. Now we're looking at Eric Jones, who some people got at, like, 60 or 70 to 1. Now on Barstool, he's 25 to 1. I mean, that's fucking crazy. That is a huge, huge line movement over a span of 4 days. So hopefully you were one of those guys. I think Garage Guy Chase may have grabbed him at some line similar to that, but I'm not for sure. And speaking of Garage Guy Chase, it is time to bring him on the show. Oh, you know what? I have the Wall of Dale draft. You know what? We'll come back to the Wall of Dale. I've been keeping Chase waiting for way too long. We're going to get Chase up in here. He's waiting. I see him. He looks fantastic. Just wait. I got him pulled up right here. You're gonna love what he's wearing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new segment. This is Chase for the Cup. And I'm welcoming on right now the Garage Guy himself, Garage Guy Chase, wearing the Dale Earnhardt swagger. Actually bought that at a Daytona Vintage in Daytona, Florida. New vintage thing that opened up. Pretty sick. We both got some good looking shirts, jackets, and now he's sporting it on Dalescenter of all things. Dale. It's a show of Dales, even though I am wearing a Jeff Gordon tie. We're still Dalescenter. So welcome, Chase. Tell us how you feel. And I'm just going to let you get right into it, dude. Cup is going to be weird this week. Probably not going to qualify. I saw you posted some qualifying bets in the Discord. I'm going to have the Cup lines flowing on the bottom of the screen as we speak. But I'll just let you take it away. What is that average? What is that average? Like 4 a day? We're used to that. Hold on a second. We have no audio. Why is there no audio? Why is it no? Can't hear. Why? Why is there no audio? Hold on. Pod mic. Can you guys hear me? Oh, shit. I see the thing moving. Wait, talk real quick, Chase. Can you guys hear me? Chat, can we hear Dale? All right. They hear me. Why can they not hear? Look, we look great, though. Just look at us for a second. He's going to write some notes. While I figure this out. He's writing notes. I see volume. Okay, what do we see here? Hold on, it's focusing. Might have to write a little bolder. The Discord is free. Yeah, Discord is free. Why is there no chase? I'm so sorry, guys. What the fuck? Chase finds a way. Good to be here. Good to be. Yes, Chase. Great to see you. Yeah, it is. He said it's like that episode of Billy Madison. Reading is good. Yeah, movie. All right, well, we're gonna come back to this. I hate this. Chase, give us one more thing real quick. I look good. Dude, why can we not hear you? All right, hold on. No, we're gonna figure this out, Chase. Troy, his not his mustache. His mic is unmuted. Trust me. Never give up. Well, sorry, Chase. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we'll figure it out. Garage Guy Chase, everybody. Great first segment of Chase for the Cup. It was worth the wait. At least he looks good. Wait, one more note. Let's get one more note. Oh, wait, hey, write your favorite bets. Write your bets. We're going to write them down. Okay, he said let him know. Dale book. Okay, all right. He said old school garage guy has everybody covered with the Dale book. He's got notes. Somebody said your drip was so hard it broke the mic. I think that makes sense. Okay. I see Dylan. Dylan, what does that say? Dylan plus 4,000. Bowman plus 2,000. Suarez plus 4,000. Suarez top 10 plus 170. There you go. Okay. What are those comparison tracks? Homestead, Kansas. Okay, then we're looking at qualifying. Larson to win the pole. Chastain to win the pole. Kyle Busch to win the pole. And William Byron to win the pole. Okay. All right, what's that say below that? Some footnotes. Okay, there you have it, everybody. That's a Chase for the Cup with Garage Guy Chase. He asked if everybody would clap. Or no, he didn't ask. He said, tell him to clap. Jeb Bush, please clap. There you go. That's how this is going to end here. All right. Sorry, Chase. Sorry, everybody. We got the bets. Wait, all right. Todd Johnson, real quick, said who was the top 10 he liked? It was Suarez, right? He just likes Trackhouse. He said it's time for Suarez to win an oval. All right, Chase, we're going to cut you loose here and get back to the program. Yeah, he'll be back next time, and we will have audio. We won't just look good. We will sound good, too. All right. I don't know why that's not working. I mean, I'm looking at all the inputs. I brought him in here to test. And now he's deaf. And now you can't hear shit. I don't know what's going on with that. I guess it's okay. I got to get my producer Tony in here, man. Where the fuck is Tony? I'm tired of self-producing everything. So we don't like Suarez, huh? Bowman plus 6,000? Reed? Did you mean plus 2,000? Troy says not loving Suarez at all. Interesting. All right. Let's do the Wall of Dale draft here, guys. It's good to be back. We've already talked about Truex. Anybody new to the program? I can't believe people even stayed after that. We're still sitting around. We've actually gained viewers with the Chase segment. Chase for the Cup. You see it right there. But we skipped over the draft, the Wall of Dale draft. Coming back to it. It's good to be back. We've already talked about Austin Cindric, Martin Truex Jr., who sits in prison. One more time. There he is. Prison, motherfucking prison. I'm still giving him a chance. I'm still being open-minded. I'm giving him an opportunity to get out of prison. And we'll see what happens this weekend at Auto Club. Yeah, K. Gavin, dude. We're about to be firing the fuck out of some interns, dude. Straight up. It might be Tony. Tony didn't even do anything wrong. But I'm just mad that I couldn't figure it out myself. And I kind of wish he was here. For anybody new to the program, Martin Truex Jr. is in prison. David Starr is a 401k theft champion after what he did to me at Homestead when he crashed into Noah Gragson while leading with 2 laps to go back in 2021. I found out this weekend also, listen to this. I found out this weekend that David Starr is aware of my banter. He is aware of his position on the wall. I think I trust the source that told me. That's all the details I will give. It could be a good thing. You know what? I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's hilarious. I think it's actually hilarious. I'd love to have a one-on-one with David Starr, and we'll talk about it. But yes, David Starr supposedly is aware of the Dalescenter 401k theft champion. And then, once again, everybody new to the program, Austin Cindric is permanently dead to Dale. I wanted to give him a chance. For anybody that saw my video, Austin Cindric refused to apologize for ruining my Daytona 500 bet last year. We gave him the chance. We were even going to let him look inside the book of road to help his road course game. Did not apologize. So he stays right there. And, of course, B.J. McLeod, 17-time Sports God of the Week, the legend himself, best hair in the business, hardest working man in the business. That's B.J. McLeod. His picture's way bigger than everybody else's because he's the fucking man. That's why. Don't even ask me. I don't want to hear it. So there's your Wall of Dale preview. And we're going to get into it. You know what? I want all positivity, guys. I want all positivity. I'm going to leave Cindric there by himself. I'm going to leave Cindric there all by himself. We're not going to have any negativity heading into this weekend. We've already got some bad energy with this rain. No more bad energy. We're only talking good things about people. As much as we all know how I feel about Martin Truex Jr., I feel good about Martin. I feel like we're on a path to recovery, a path to friendship one day. It may not be today. It may not be this weekend. It may not be next month. But I'm going to keep an open mind, and I'm going to be a happy person, and I'm not going to spite Truex. Yes, he is in prison. But it's kind of like a good behavior thing. Martin Truex Jr., good behavior. So we're kind of like, good job, Martin. Like, he's helping a lot out, not getting in fights, cleaning up the trash, doing some more volunteer work out on the streets. So he's kind of getting on the A side of things, right? We're kind of rekindling a little bit. But I want to start a guy we talked about. Look, Drake, I hear you, Drake. He's not as good as Noah Gragson. He's not as good as Tyler Reddick. He's not as good as William Byron or Chase Elliott, but I really like Brandon Jones this weekend. Oh, shit. Why is that sitting there? Another error. Get that off the screen. Get it off. You're not supposed to see that till later. I like this kid. I like him this weekend. He's 26 years old, and he's been in the Xfinity Series for 19 years. That's Brandon Jones. And he's in one of the best mile-and-a-half intermediate race cars we've seen in the Xfinity Series over the last decade. I love Brandon Jones this weekend. I think there's a good chance, as we turn to the good side of the Wall of Dale, that says doing it for Dale. Anybody new to the program? I think there's a good chance Brandon Jones will be doing it for Dale this weekend. You guys are going to sleep on him. You watch. He's going to run up front, and he's going to cash some tickets. And this kid right here used to be his teammate. Not anymore. Did not end well. But I think this kid right here, the prodigy, Ty Gibbs, is going to win a bet for us this weekend. You may have seen it sitting on the top of the screen for like 5 minutes. It should not have been sitting at the top of the screen, but it was. But I think there's a good chance Ty Gibbs will be doing it for Dale this weekend. Only good things, guys. Good vibes. All of our enemies, no more enemies. Okay? We're all friends now. Ty Gibbs drafted as a doing it for Dale driver. And you know what? I'm not betting on this guy. No chance of betting on this guy. But because I am betting on Brandon Jones, and Brandon Jones has been wrecked by this guy 2 years in a row at Fontana, or 2 races in a row at Fontana, I will put this guy on the wall for good juju that he will not wreck Brandon Jones for the 3rd fucking Auto Club race in a row. This is Daniel Hemrick, the one-hit wonder. Shout out to our good friends at Colic Racing. Justin Haley, especially. He's my best friend. So, 3 good guys right there. And I tweeted this the other day, continuing on. Cole Custer was sitting around at 5-1 on DraftKings. That was tempting. If you could get plus 500, I would consider taking it. And clearly there was a lot of people that did, because now on like every single book he's 4.5-1 or 4-1. So I think Cole Custer, there's a great chance that he wins again this weekend at Auto Club. I don't like 4-1, maybe 5-1, but just mark my words. Cole Custer, if you're feeling like you want a safe play, the safest play is probably this cat right here in the Xfinity Series. That's Cole Custer. You know what? Let's slide that over a little bit. There we go. Yep. Cole Custer's going to be good. You mark my words. Todd Johnson, Gibbs in the Cup. Yes. Gibbs is not racing Xfinity. Sharp 112, the RCR duo, feel frisky. Are we talking Xfinity or Cup? Are we talking Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed, or are we talking Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick? Very important distinguishment there. I don't even know if that's a fucking word, but riding Gralla 10 to win 947. All right, Trevor, what is that EW1? What the fuck is that? We need some explanations here. I saw you saying that earlier, or last night maybe. We need some explanations. I think, and you know what, look, for good juju, I'm not sure that I'm so high on this guy, but because I didn't give Chase a good first segment for himself, that's my bad. Technical difficulties. At least we look motherfucking really good. But I'm going to give him good juju with Daniel Suarez. I think Daniel Suarez will be doing it for Dale by the end of this weekend. Not sure how just yet, but we're going to put the good juju out there for Chase. And he was wearing a Dale Earnhardt sweater, so maybe Suarez will be doing it for Dale. Okay. Couple more guys here. We're not going to stay long on this. Another guy that I think will win us some money this weekend. Briefly kind of teased it earlier. It sucks because if you're not in the Discord or if you don't follow me on Twitter, you already missed the value for this dude on a certain play. But 83, Austin Dillon in the Xfinity Series. I think he's going to be good. Fontana is a really good track for him. He is a flat track connoisseur. Most of his Xfinity Series wins have come on tracks 1.5 miles or greater. And somebody mentioned it earlier. He did win here in 2016 in a wild race. But 5 starts, 4 top 5 finishes at Fontana in the Xfinity Series. He's in a good car. They're calling that Kala car like the pro car, the winner's car. He's only here to win. Keep an eye on Austin Dillon. You can still grab him on a lot of books, around 16-1, 17-1 to win the Xfinity Series race. I think that's a decent play. I want to know you guys' thoughts on 83. Think he could be doing it for Dale as well. And my final guy, Chase was mentioning him for a moment. I've mentioned him. We've all mentioned him. Apparently he's had 16 hours of sleep. I messed up his picture with some tape. But look, anybody new to the program, new to the Garage Guys, you're looking at a guy born and raised in Mississippi, which is the undisputed heart of America. If you disagree, you're wrong, and you should just leave. You should just leave the chat right now as I hit my mic. We all know Mississippi is the true heart of America, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., our good friend, has brought a Daytona 500 to the Mississippi legacy. I know he doesn't live in Mississippi anymore, but he is from Olive Branch, good friend of the Garage Guys. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Garage Guy Chase, and a good bit of the people bet on him in the Garage Guys Discord. 40-1 to win the Daytona 500. So I got to give Ricky his credit on the betting side of things as well. He tried to tell us, man. He told us on the Garage Guys podcast in January that he felt really fucking good about the season with his new crew chief, Mike Kelly, rekindled back from the Xfinity days. He tried to tell us he was confident. And he went out and won the motherfucking Daytona 500. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he's going up on the immortal side here. That is the Dale 401k Grand National Champion, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., all alone up on that board. So there you have it. Guys, positive energy only. We're not hating Truex. We're not hating Ty Gibbs. We're not hating anybody, okay? We're going to give everybody a fair shot to win us back over. It doesn't mean that, well, we are hating Austin Cindric. I'm just kidding. Yes, we will hate Austin Cindric. But, I mean, Truex, we're going to give him a chance. He's doing a good job, doing some extra community service, polite, no fights in the prison cell. Good behavior is what we're seeing. So an early release for Martin Truex Jr., maybe in the cards. We shall see. Wall of Dale draft, everybody. I'll recap this on Twitter later, but this is the first Dalescenter back in Mississippi using new software, new kinks. So once again, I apologize for the technical difficulties with Chase, and this is going to be the least smooth Dalescenter that we have. So it's only going to get better from here. So let's move on now. We did Chase for the Cup silently. It is time to move to one of my favorite segments of Dalescenter. It looks so good, doesn't it? I just love this. Oh, wait, it's over here. I love this rundown list. How fucking good does this rundown list look? And one day, it's going to look 1,000,000 times better. We're slowly getting better and better, advancing the quality of the stream, the quality of the graphics. We're getting better and better here at Dalescenter and the Garage Guys. I'm looking at the chat real quick. EW says, each way, part of the bet that goes on the outright and the other part goes on whatever place you bet. Oh, interesting. Thank you, K. Gavin. Penguin Man, first time here, followed you on Insta for a while, decided to get in here. Penguin Man, we appreciate you. This is a great, lively community of degenerate NASCAR bettors and motorsports bettors. We're going to talk IndyCar as well. Hell, we might even talk some Formula One when their season comes around. But thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy. This is the first stream. as I continue to reiterate, we fucked up some technical issues. We fucked it all up, but I got a really good tie to make up for it. Thanks for joining. I heard this guy has Look at, dude, Penguin Man. Penguin Man is the man. Come on, dude. You're coming in here with great energy. If you're complimenting me after all these mistakes I've made with the stream, you're a good quality human being. And I appreciate you. Heavy PTI vibes. Yeah, dude. I love PTI. I got to say, yeah, I mean, you go look at their thing. That's definitely a little bit of inspiration for how I tried to label this. So it can be better. It can be better, but I like the direction we're going in. Thank you guys for welcoming Penguin Man. And anybody new in the chat, don't hesitate to start speaking out. Give us your thoughts. Tell us a bet that you like for Auto Club this weekend, whether it's Cup, whether it's Xfinity, or give us any NASCAR thoughts, and you're likely to have somebody chime in with you in the Garage Guys Dalescenter chat. And be sure to leave a like on the stream, subscribe, share, everything to help out the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. We work our asses off, baby. We work our asses off. This is our full-time job, so we're trying to live the dream. And we got Kyle Larson tomorrow. Sheldon Creed interview, I think, is dropping tonight. Kyle Larson interview drops tomorrow sometime in the AM. Not for sure on that just yet, but stay tuned for that. We just did a shit ton of driver reviews for the Daytona 500. Driver interviews for the Daytona 500, and they're all stacking up on us. So this is a very, very busy week. And what could be kind of a stinker of a race weekend. So the weather not cooperating with us. But as I continue to get sidetracked, which is like my favorite fucking part of Dalescenter, just getting sidetracked, talking to the Garage fam, who wants to see a parlay? The first Tan Heart Triple Crown parlay of the season is upon us. Let's get it. Let's get it. Kenneth, thank you. Appreciate you. Got you, bro. Appreciate that. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. Let's see it. The Tan Heart Triple Crown you see on the bottom of your screen. It is a triple matchup parlay. As I mentioned earlier in the program, books aren't helping us out a lot on variety. Unfortunately, it's just kind of how it's been to start the season. It's been kind of a struggle, it seems. I don't know why that is. There's been a lot of people complaining this week. I'm not going to complain about it. There's still enough out there where we can make shit happen. If you want a lot of variety, go over to Caesar Sportsbook. They're killing it. Barstool Sportsbook, still doing a really good job. And after qualifying, I think you'll see Barstool with a lot more variety. The real issue is DraftKings. DraftKings has fallen off a cliff compared to last year. FanDuel is exactly what I expect. BetMGM is exactly what I expect. But DraftKings has kind of fallen off. Doesn't matter. You can still do these head-to-head parlays that I built on DraftKings Sportsbook. John Hunter Nemechek over Josh Berry. I know that's going to be an unpopular one. It's not something I want to take straight up, but I have a feeling about John Hunter Nemechek. Toyotas have been really good at Fontana over the years. Before the Fords of Cole Custer and I think Joey Logano won a Fontana race in 2018 or 2019. Fords have won 3 of the last 4 Auto Club races in the Xfinity Series. Before that, this place was run by Toyota. Absolutely dominated by Toyota. Hasn't been a Chevy playground, right? I know I've talked good about Junior Motorsports. Brandon Jones definitely sits on top of the list on a value guy that I think could win this race and get a top 3 run, win us some money this weekend. But John Hunter Nemechek has so much experience, man. He's won Xfinity races. He's won truck races. He's aggressive, and he's really good at this style of racetrack. And now he's full-time in one of the best programs and teams in the Xfinity Series and can be a huge threat to bring Toyota a back-to-back championship right after Ty Gibbs did it in 2022. Josh Berry ran well here last year. I think he finished 4th. Was good on mile and a halves. Won at Charlotte, won at Vegas. Vegas was a great one. I know you guys remember that. But I love the experience factor with John Hunter Nemechek. I think he could come out here and be leading every single lap or competing to lead every single lap and competing to win this race alongside Cole Custer, maybe Brandon Jones, maybe a Justin Allgaier. I feel super good about this matchup. Nemechek over Josh Berry. And then let's go to the Cup side. Martin Truex Jr. over Joey Logano. You're going to look at the stats and be like, whoa, let's take a step back here because Joey is good at Fontana. Joey Logano, good Fontana resume since he joined Team Penske. He always has that AAA paint scheme. I guess that's out in California or whatever. But I'm all on the Toyota train. I think that Truex and the Toyota fleet will unload better than everybody this weekend. And that's my pure basis here. And if you want some more, Martin Truex has been good at Fontana over the years. He's had a little bit of bad luck getting involved in some issues. When you look at last year, Toyota just did not have anything early in the season. So I think it's important to disregard 2022. And some people won't agree with me on that. I understand. But I think Toyota is going to be miles better than what they were last year. And we've already seen that at the Clash. Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace had 3 of the best 4 cars at the Los Angeles Coliseum. Totally different venue, totally different style of racetrack. Yes, I know. But I think the theme here is that Toyota is just going to be just way fucking better than they were in 2022. And I can't speak tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I got that dry mouth. You know, I did an iRacing stream the other night for like 6 hours, like right after Daytona. And I've still not let myself recover like I need to. I can't imagine how Ricky Stenhouse feels. But yeah, that's the second leg of the parlay. We got Nemechek over Barry in the Xfinity Series, Truex over Logano in the Cup Series, and then Ty Gibbs over Noah Gragson. And look, I love Noah. This is a good track for Noah in the Xfinity Series when he was in the number 9. But I'm purely going off of equipment. I'm high on Toyota, so I'm going to ride that train all weekend long. And if you want to date back to last year at similar racetracks, I picked 6 racetracks that Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson both ran, and most were the second half of 2022 because Ty Gibbs got a lot of seat time when Kurt Busch got hurt. Ty Gibbs is 4-2 head-to-head against Noah Gragson at Vegas, Kansas, Homestead, Texas. I can't remember the other 2 tracks. I got my notes all fucked up. But 6 tracks that have somewhat similar. I'll just say somewhat similar. They're not the most similar because, as I said earlier, Auto Club is a very high-wear racetrack, unlike Homestead, unlike Michigan, certainly unlike Kansas and Vegas. But when I look at the intermediates, Ty Gibbs, in his short time, against Noah Gragson in his short time, was better. And in 6 somewhat similar racetracks, Ty Gibbs was 4-2 head-to-head against Gragson. And the difference in equipment, Ty Gibbs is in a Toyota that he got plenty of seat time in last year, filling in for Kurt Busch. Noah Gragson's in Legacy Motor Club. I'm going to try not to say petty. It's fucking hard. But Legacy Motor Club equipment that we're not sure about just yet. We know Eric Jones was really good here last year, but Ty Dillon was non-existent all year long, right, in that number 42 car. We think Noah Gragson is in that prodigy category with Ty Gibbs, who could be a superstar in the Cup Series someday soon. But right now, I'm just going to take the equipment advantage. If you're going to give me that on DraftKings, I'll take it all day until I'm proven wrong. So there's your Tan Hart Triple Crown. It's good to give a parlay back. Next segment, I need you guys to give me parlays. Every single Dalescenter, we take a community parlay that you guys type in the chat. I personally will bet my money on it. And if it hits, the community parlay segment will be named after you. Last year, as we move forward to the next segment, it was called, where is it at? The Broccoli Wad. My guy Scott hit the first ever community parlay that he gave live on Dalescenter, and he requested that it be called the Broccoli Wad Parlay. So there's the graphic. Maybe I'll put your face on the graphic this time. But it's whatever you want to name it, but you got to give me a parlay. You got to give me a Triple Crown parlay, and it's got to hit. If it hits, the Dalescenter Community Parlay will be forever named, forever. It will be named after you for all of 2023. Are we clear on that? So you've seen the Tan Hart Triple Crown, which is Nemechek over Barry, Truex over Logano, and Gibbs over Gragson via DraftKings Sportsbook. $100 wins you $546 is the exact line. I want a Triple Crown parlay from you guys right now. So I'm going to turn on some music here, and we're going to chill. And I want you motherfuckers typing in the chat your favorite Triple Crown parlay, 3-leg parlay in the Motorsports weekend. I want to hear it. I want to get it from you guys right now. Let's see what this is. What does this sound like? I'm picking some random stuff on YouTube. We're getting weird with it. Oh, I like this song. Yeah, I'm going to keep them on. All right, Triple Crown parlays. Come on, guys. Let's go. Sharp, any thoughts on Harvick? You know, as I said, Fords have not been the best here in the Cup Series, at least, over the past few years. But if you want to compare a racetrack that's similar, reminder about the tire wear thing, that's the biggest difference. But Harvick did win at Michigan, had some decent speed on 1.5 miles mid-late 2022. What, you can grab him around 20-1? I'm just not sure yet. This is the second hardest race of the season to predict outside of super speedways. Outside of the 500, outside of Dega and the other Daytona race, this is the toughest because we really don't know what everybody has. And now it's so much more complex because we have no qualifying. It's a 90% chance we get no qualifying this weekend. But yeah, I need some Triple Crown parlays, guys. Come on. Wake the fuck up. Let's go. Taco Todd. Broccoli Watt is a legendary name. Yes, it is. Eric, good to see you. Thank you, dude. It is great to be back in the heart of America this weekend. We're going to have some fun. Not going to be raining out here, I don't think. So that's all that matters. Circa is a great book to get winning lines if you can. Okay, good thoughts. Brandon, good evening to you as well. Big Padres guy, huh? Can't wait to hear the Sheldon Creed personal bet. Yeah, hey, Sharp, appreciate you. It's a great one. It's good for me. Really, like, Sheldon has nothing to win out of the personal bet that we did. I mean, he does, but, like, the fans will be way happier if I win. Everybody wins if my side of the bet wins. That's all I'll leave it at. All right, we got our first one. Son of Smoke says, Custer to win Xfinity, Reddick over Chastain in Cup, and Truex over Logano. If you entered this parlay, $100 would win you $1,725. So you got to have Cole Custer win the Xfinity race, Reddick beat Chastain in Cup, and Truex beat Logano in Cup, which is a bet that I'm all over. Go Fast Troy has Jones over Mayer, Dillon over Hill, and a Truex win. $100 would win you $4,500. I love it. We're already getting real deep into this. We're getting real juicy with it. K. Gavin, Custer to win, Denny over Chase, Red Dog over Ross, plus 1725. Wow, that's crazy. That's the exact same line that Son of Smoke gave for a couple different bets. Gibby, Ty over Gragson, Kyle Busch over Bell, Reddick over Ross, $100 wins $583. We're on a good start, guys. We're on a good start. I like these. Good start. Man, that Truex one, Troy, that Truex one's crazy. Yeah, Greg, that's why I said similar. Everybody wants to jump on using that as like the biggest comparison because of the track size, but the banking is totally different, and the tire wear is the tire wear, from my understanding, is the biggest difference. Auto Club rips tires. Michigan is like a medium low wear racing surface. So when I say Michigan, you know, I'm not saying just fucking bombard Michigan with all the data there to compare. I just think that 1.5 miles in general from 2022 are important data just because of the speed similarities. That's the way I look at this, especially with the Gen 7 era. All right, Brett McGlam has Elliott over Larson, Austin Dillon over Eric Jones, and Austin Dillon to win the Xfinity race, plus 65.75. $100 will win you $6,500. Taco Todd has Suarez top 5, Dillon over Hill, Custer over Allgaier, plus 24.23. You know, Suarez was good at tracks like this last year and came out, he finished second or third or fourth here last year in this race. Matthew McClellan, good to see you. Brandon Jones, Xfinity winner. Red Dog over Chastain. Busch over Bell, plus 47.45. Man, it's just good to see all these. It's fucking great to see all these guys. Man. Woo! I'm so pumped to be back. I can't wait for Truck Night in America to be back because I just got this Craftsman tie, and it is filthy. It is absolutely filthy. I love this Craftsman tie. Greg says, agreed. I got to share the incident-adjusted speed chart with you. Yeah, share that. If you haven't already, share it to the Garage Guys Discord that you can see in the description below if you're not a part of one of the one of the fastest growing NASCAR sports betting communities. Join us. Hit the link in the description and you can join the Discord and be updated on everything Garage Guys, everything NASCAR, and everything sports betting, even outside of NASCAR. All right, I'm getting ready to pick one of these because I want to get into the top plays. I decided that I want to do top plays at the end of the show instead of before the parlay segment. So I got to pick one, guys. Last chance to get a Dalescenter community parlay in, aka a broccoli wad parlay in the chat. I want to go something. My parlay is pretty conservative, so I kind of want to go something a little ballsier from you guys. Go Fast Troy's got one more. Hamlin over Elliott, Gibbs over Gragson, and a Sheldon Creed motherfucking win. Yes, a Creed win. We all hope it'll happen soon, man. That bet would be $100 would win you 10 grand if that parlay hit. I love the ballsiness, Troy. Appreciate you. Ben, I have not, but I love Steve Letarte. They picked the right guy to talk sports betting because he's so analytical. I've been listening to Denny's podcast though. Denny's podcast is really good. They're picking the right guys, man. They're picking the best fits to add to their podcast collection. Dirty Mo's killing it all the time. I'm a big Steve Letarte fan. I talk about this all the time on our shows. I think he's the best motorsports color commentator in the world right now. And some people everybody's going to agree and disagree on everything, but there's nobody who's more analytical and can provide, he just can provide everything in the booth, right? I love Steve Letarte. All right, I've made my decision, guys. We're rolling with, the only thing I hate about this is I wish I could put the message on the screen. I don't think I can on here. We're rolling with K. Gavin. The community parlay is going to be Cole Custer to win the Xfinity race, Denny Hamlin over Chase Elliott, and Tyler Red Dog Reddick over Ross Chastain. I appreciate you because you're listening to my advice, or maybe you had this already ahead of time, but you align with what I've been talking about because you've got Toyota over Chevy. Denny over Chase is the one I'm a little more worried about, but I love Reddick over Ross. Love Reddick over Chastain. But the common theme is I think Toyota's going to be great this weekend, and you're hammering the Toyotas in the matchups. And then you get Cole Custer, who might go out and lead every single lap on Saturday. I see some more Triple Crowns. Bring them back next week. Bring them back next week for Vegas. I think that's where we're going to be for the next one. All right, I'll repeat that one more time, and then we're moving to the Dalescenter top 5 plays. We're riding with K. Gavin 15 on the Triple Crown parlay. Cole Custer to win the Xfinity Series race. Denny Hamlin over Chase Elliott. Red Dog over Ross. K. Gavin, remind us what book you got that at. I'm assuming DraftKings, but $100 will win you $1,700 if that parlay hits. I like it a lot. If you get the Custer win on Saturday, you're feeling really fucking good about it. Really fucking good about it. So I appreciate everybody for that. That will do it for the parlay segment. And now it is time for the Dalescenter top plays. We've already discussed a lot of these plays you'll see to a certain degree already in the show. So let's just get right into it. Top play number 5. This is the one we haven't discussed, but if you do listen to the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast, you would have heard this bet already. If you listen to our podcast, our audio release that we dropped, recapping the Daytona 500 and an early betting preview of Auto Club, you would have learned about this bet, and I'm going to check. I checked before I went live. It is still there on Caesars. I locked it in yesterday. Harrison Burton, Group D. Hear me out on this. Harrison Burton, Group D winner on Caesars Sportsbook is 20-1. You're counting on him beating the likes of Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, Eric Almirola, Ricky Stenhouse, Justin Haley. All of these guys were not consistently great on mile and a half last year. Eric Jones was the best, but Eric Jones had some really bad runs as well, like Kansas, struggled at Las Vegas, the first Vegas race, and it's just crazy that you're going to give me Harrison Burton at 20-1 against a bunch of guys that could all run 15th to 30th on Sunday. I think that's an insane line, and to add to the insanity, you can get Harrison Burton on Caesar Sportsbook for a top 5 at 25-1. So at 25-1, you can grab Burton to finish in the top 5. He's got to beat 31 other drivers. He's got to get a top 5 finish, 25-1. Or you can take 20-1 to beat 5 other drivers that all could be mid-pack guys. And then now you throw in the rain issue. There could be a situation where we're just going to halfway. If we're going to halfway, the rains are coming back on Sunday, then it's a complete free-for-all. There's no basis on who should be a favorite in that if that happens. And that's a very high chance of happening with the way the forecast looks. I just can't express enough how crazy this line is. You can get 25-1 for Harrison Burton to finish in the top 5, or get 20-1 just to beat 5 other drivers who last year were all pretty average on intermediate, mile and a half, 2-mile racetracks, high-speed racetracks. I think it's a crazy line. I'm not telling you right here that this is a slam dunk. I'm not telling you that Harrison's going to beat all these guys. But I think there's a way better chance than the implied plus 2,000. I think that this line should be more like plus 900 or plus 1,000 right there beside Justin Haley. Just to give you, if you're not looking at the Caesar Sportsbook right now, Eric Jones is minus 130 to win Group D. Chris Buescher's plus 400. Almirola plus 500. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. plus 700. Justin Haley plus 900. Harrison Burton plus 2,000. The line makes no sense, guys. So I think it's a good value play. And I think it's something that's worth a quarter unit to a half unit bet. The Fords, I'm high on Toyota, but we can't forget that supposedly Ford's going to have an aerodynamical advantage, which I'm not totally buying, but I don't even need to give you that advice. I don't even need to give you that additional insight and analysis, just because the proof is in the pudding that the line is crazy. The line is just crazy. This should be priced around 8-1, 9-1, 10-1. Once again, for a top 5 finish, Harrison Burton is 25-1. You got to beat 80% of the field to cash a 25-1 ticket, or you can get 20-1, and all you got to do is beat 5 drivers that likely are going to be average guys this weekend. Crazy. I think it's worth a shot. I think it's absolutely worth a shot. You can only get this line on Caesars Sportsbook, and it is Dalescenter top play number 5 for a reason. So I hope it works out. I've got my money on it. I've got zero point 0.4 units on it. I've got 0.4 units on this bet. So I want to know you guys' thoughts right there. Beautiful play. Thank you, Son of Smoke. Kenneth says it's worth a shot for that line. I'm sold. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't think it's just like a fucking lock or slam dunk here, but the value is just crazy. It's a total misprice. It's a total misprice, and I really hope it hits. That'd be great. That'd help us out a lot this weekend. Moving on to top play number 4, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get this up on the screen. We talked about this one already. Look, hey, good vibes. I know I've got a bad history with Ty Gibbs, but give me the Toyota give me the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota over the Legacy Motor Club Chevy all day. I'm going to take the equipment here. I'm already high on Toyota. I like this play. I think this is a basic unit. Put a unit, 1.2 units to win 1 unit, whatever that is for you. I think this is a very standard play and a matchup that you should take until proven wrong by Noah Gragson and proven wrong by Legacy Motor Club. Very, very simple. I talked about it earlier. 6 high-speed, 1.5 to 2 mile length, distance, whatever, racetracks. I could have explained that way fucking better. 6 racetracks that are similar to Auto Club Speedway. Ty Gibbs is 4-2 head-to-head against Noah Gragson. And I think it's important that Ty Gibbs got some extra seat time last year in a Toyota, in a car that he's going to be driving in 2023, while Noah Gragson was in the Beard car, he was in the Colleague car, and now he's in a Legacy Motor Club race car. Probably not some crazy big differences there, but very simply, I'm just going to take the equipment here with Ty Gibbs over Noah Gragson. I'll ride with it until proven wrong. I love you, Noah. I'm sorry, but I think this is a decent analytical play here. So that's Dalescenter top play number 4. Dalescenter top play number 3. Hey, where's my guy Drake? I'm ready for the heat, brother. I'm ready for it. I like my guy Brandon Jones. I want you to ignore that Toyota emblem up here on his fire suit. Oh, wait, I got the right one. He's got a Chevy one. Hell yeah. Okay. I thought I accidentally grabbed an image of him with the Toyota emblem up here on the top left of his fire suit. Even better. That's good energy, good juju. We got the Chevy emblem. We got the updated picture. I love Brandon Jones. I don't think we'll see qualifying, but to add on to what I said earlier, if we do get qualifying, which is probably a miracle at this point, Brandon Jones is usually a pretty damn good qualifier, especially at this kind of racetrack. And Noah Gragson qualified great in this number 9 car last year. So if you see strong practice performance, qualifying performance, if we get it, I think this 12-1 line could be erased by the time the race comes around. So I think 12-1 for one of the fastest cars in the series over the past decade almost with a bunch of different drivers. I'll take the 12-1 here. I'll take it, but more emphasis on the top 3 at plus 350 on Barstool Sportsbook. For comparison, Caesars has like plus 250 or plus 225, so great value over on Barstool for the top 3. I wish they had top 5s. Caesars has top 5s, but I'm not paying plus 110 for a Brandon Jones top 5. I think Barstool would offer it more like plus 150, plus 175. I'm willing to wait on that, but plus 350 for a top 3 I think is a great play this weekend for the Xfinity race at Fontana, and then sprinkle on that plus 1,200 for Brandon Jones to win. You mark my words. He's going to be really fucking good this weekend. I think this is absolutely worthy. If you get the top 3, if you bet the top 3 and you bet the win, you're going to win money if the top 3 hits. So that's the emphasis here. I think that's the best play you can find for Brandon Jones at the moment, up until we get some top 5 lines. And it might take until Saturday or Friday night before we get that. Moving along here, another guy that I mentioned in the Garage Guys Discord and earlier in the show, in the Xfinity Series race for Colleague Racing, which is what is being called the All-Star car and the number 10 car. That's now going to be shared by guys like Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, Kyle Busch. This team is here to win races, and Austin Dillon has a great Fontana resume. 4 top fives and 5 starts in the Xfinity Series, including 1 win dating back to 2016. That's not the emphasis here. You don't need an Austin Dillon win for this bet. You just need him to beat Ross Chastain. And if you follow me on Twitter and you're in the Garage Guys Discord, you could have got this line at even money on Barstool Sportsbook up until, I don't know, what time was it last night, guys, that it all shifted. Because now Austin Dillon's the favorite at minus 125. I still would take it. This feels like a very, very good bet. When you look at the car that Ross Chastain is in, the 91 for DGM Racing kind of scares me. I think it will be prepped decently. I think it will have some speed. But the 10 car has been a full-time series team for the last several years. It is a very stable ride with a guy that has been great at Fontana in this series. And the DGM car, it's a big uncertainty, basically, with what Ross Chastain is going to be driving on Sunday. They only did road courses last year when Ross Chastain was in the car. No ovals in a DGM entry for Ross Chastain. Give me AD all day. I think this is a 2-unit bet, potentially. So I think this is one of the max plays of the weekend for Austin Dillon to beat Ross Chastain in the Xfinity Series. Let's make that clear distinction. You should be able to see it on your screen, but just in case you don't, this is an Xfinity Series bet. And man, top play number 1. I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot believe I'm doing this. Here we go. Oh, wait. I didn't put the thing up. Shit. Whoops. There you see him. My guy. He's in prison. He's in prison behind me. But I really like him this weekend. And the bet here, Martin Truex Jr. for a top 10 at minus 125. I missed out on minus 118. I saw that a couple days ago, and I immediately was like, I love that bet. I came back to it today, minus 125. When you look at mile and a halfs, intermediates, all towards the end of last year, Martin Truex was amazing. He was really fucking good. He should have won Darlington. He should have won Homestead, and he was in contention to win at other tracks like Vegas, ran well at Kansas, also was really good at Michigan. I think the Toyotas are going to unload really well. And this is my motherfucking lock of the weekend. Martin Truex Jr. for a top 10. As I said earlier, I would explore the plus 1,200 to win. I'd explore some top 5s if you can find them. I'd explore some top 3s. I'm big on Truex this weekend, guys. I'm in therapy now. This is a therapy session at this point. Am I wrong? Is this bad? Should I not be doing this? Tell me, chat. Am I making a mistake? Because, I will say last year when I rode with Truex, I never even asked you guys. I was like, this is it. Boom. This is the play. And he fucked me every single time. Which is why he's in prison. That's why he's down there. But I'm going to have a therapy session with my garage fam here. Am I making a mistake? Because I haven't bet this yet. And I'm going to tonight. And I'm going to put a lot of money on it. I think this is a 2.5 unit play, guys. I think this is a 2.5 unit play. Am I making a mistake? Todd, Troy, Drake, Son of Smoke. Am I making a fucking mistake by putting the house on Martin Truex Jr.? I'm in therapy. K. Gavin. Hey, what K. Gavin just said. What K. Gavin just fucking said is right. Top 10 is fine. He just hates winning. Yep. You know what? I feel like that's good energy on one end and it's bad on the other end because that was my motto with Truex last year. Nobody hates winning more than Martin Truex Jr. He came out and he won the Clash. He did the opposite of what he did all of last year to start the season. Maybe he doesn't hate winning that much anymore. I'm going crazy thinking about it. This is MTJ's first chance at parole. Eric says ride it. Taco Todd says top 10. I'll give it a unit. I do like top 10. Don't take top 5, though. Kenneth says top 10, man. Okay, well, it seems like we like top 10. Not bad. Copizzle. What's up? He talks himself out of wins, 100%. It might be a new year for Martin, man. It might be a new year. I think I'm ready to ride, though. And that is my top play of the weekend. Can you believe it? No negative energy, except for what we already know with David Starr and Austin Cindric. BJ McLeod starts us off as... Wait, you know what? We got to make this a little more celebratory. Everybody, I need some claps in the chat. Sports God of the Week for the first Dalescenter in the heart of America. It was a close one. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was a close second for bringing the Daytona 500 back to the state of Mississippi for the first time in 65 attempts. But the Sports God of the Week, courtesy of Dalescenter, goes to... That is a BJ McLeod. I need to get an updated picture because his hair looks way better than this. I walked past him in the garage before the 500. Yeah, it looked real good. BJ McLeod, everybody, opens the year as Sports God of the Week here live on Dalescenter. That ought to do it, guys. That ought to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize once again for I'm not apologizing anymore. We had a good time. I apologize to Chase for putting him in that spot where he had to be all quiet and everything. But I appreciate everybody very much for joining here on Dalescenter, the first edition from the heart of America. Had a blast with you all. So glad to see some familiar faces and some new faces in the chat. You can watch us anytime you want this weekend. Come back to it. And when I'm right about most of these bets, you can come back and thank me. Come back and thank the Garage Guys Discord. Everybody in the chat. Maybe we'll hit a parlay. Have a bang to start the season outside of Daytona. Be sure to follow that message up in your top right corner. Like, share, subscribe to the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast here on YouTube. I appreciate you all. We're going to have a hell of a year in 2023. And you know what? This was the most rough Dalescenter we'll have all year long. We're getting the kinks out early. It's still a great show. It's only going to get better from here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all, Garage fam, Dalescenter fam. I'm going to roll on out of here. I'm going to lay the retirement fund on Truex. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I can't believe it. But, yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm going to feel good about it. I'm going to feel good about it. All right? All smiles. We're feeling good about it. And I'll see you next time on Dalescenter. Thank you all very, very much. Love you, Garage fam. Let's make some fucking bags this weekend. And regardless of the rain, we're going to win some money. It's going to be raining water in Fontana. But on Dalescenter, it's going to be raining money. It's going to be raining tangible dollar bills to the Garage fam.